I agree for the contrast. Fun, fun, fun. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is May 31st and I thought that I would just come on here really quick and tell you guys about my scans that I had today. And I know I mentioned my scans in my last video, but the day finally came. It's time for my scans. So I had my CT scan done, which doesn't take long at all, maybe less than 5 minutes. And then after I had my CT scan, I went for my follow-up, and I guess I showed up an hour late, but I had written down on my calendar that it was for 3:30, but they're like, no, it was for 2 o'clock. And I don't know if anybody notices this, but when doctors love to get on people about being on time, right? But you could arrive there on time and they'll have you waiting to see the doctor for like 45 minutes. And then that's when it's okay because they're late, not the patient. So I had that and went up there. Went up there. I had my blood work done, and then I had my oncologist come in, and we talked about how my chemo's been going, what's been going on, medications that I'm taking, and I also talked about starting a new antidepressant slash anti-anxiety, but it's been getting in the way of like my treatment has kind of been getting in the way of that. But they're not necessarily sure with my chemo because it's not very well known. I look, I look, I look an absolute mess. As soon as I got home, I had to get comfortable. I was so tired. Oh my god. Anyways, so then we talked about where we plan on going when it comes to where we plan on going when it comes down to what I plan on doing for my treatment. The doctor told me that last time they checked my scans, I did have a new nodule, but that everything else seemed to be going steady. But from last year, beginning of this year, early last year, my scans had, actually it was last year, because they're every 3 months, but my scans had shown that the bigger tumor that they had found in there had actually shrunk. So because that tumor had actually gotten better, they decided not to go ahead and do lung surgery because it shrunk down enough for them. But because the tumor is small enough now to not need surgery, and it wouldn't be invasive surgery, it'd be surgery they would be going through my ribs instead of cutting me open, unless God forbid I get any bigger tumor growth in there. But the plan is that now that my tumors are hopefully small enough, I am actually going to be starting radiation again. So I mean, that was that. I can't get mad about that because it's a part of the treatment plan. I mean, I've already been through probably some of the worst parts, so I can't get too bugged out about this. Um, but yeah, so I will get the results of my test within the next 2 weeks, which is when I have my next follow up appointment. And then we will talk about seeing. My wig does not want to act right today. I don't even have my wig glued, and as you can see, like, my widow's peak has grown back in, and I hate it. I hate my widow's peak. So it's gonna be peeping through a lot, and that's what I'm worried. I'm worried about how I'm going to be able to cope with dealing with this and having boobs like this at the same time. Like, oh my goodness, if any maybe breast cancer patients or anybody else, survivors that have had that experience with going through radiation, I would absolutely love, and I would appreciate advice from anybody. I think that would be really great, because I know what to expect, but it's in a different part of the body, and it's in a more sensitive part of the body, the boobs. But, so yeah, I find out when I start, when I will be starting that. And I mean, it doesn't bother me too much, only for the fact that I have a music artist that I've been waiting to see for a year. I was in the hospital last year. He came to tour, and I was crying my eyes out that whole week. I was so sad. But, now I'm praying with the concert coming back around August 1st to be exact. I don't know exactly when I'm going to have treatment, and I know that during radiation treatment, I really can't be out like that. The pain, and I want to be comfortable. But I really don't want to miss this concert, and I'm really planning that I don't, because I've been waiting for this. And I don't know. I don't want to say that I'm not gonna be able to live with not seeing this artist, but for the second time around, it's really gonna get me down. It's really, really, really gonna get me down. So I'm just hoping that everything kind of works out this year for me, with my treatments. I just want everything to go smoothly, and I still want to be able to live my life and go to my concerts and my fairs and everything like that, and I haven't been able to in like the past 2 years, and that's all I really want. Even if it's just like one day to be able to go to the beach, even if I have to be, obviously I have to be dressed head to toe, covered, sunblock, hat, everything covered. Not that much fun, but I'm just happy that I'll be able to go if I am. Oh my God, I'm praying. But yeah, after I talked to my doctor about that, I headed back downstairs and I got my MRI. And as people know, MRIs take nearly an hour, 45 minutes about. So that really sucked, and it was so loud I couldn't even concentrate on the music that I had on my headphones. Like, it was just, and my stomach was a mess, just twirling from what my oncologist had just told me. But that was that. So, yeah, I mean, not necessarily the best thing that I've wanted to hear, but it's just another thing that I just gotta hope and pray that everything works out in my favor, and that I'll still be able to go to this concert and see this artist. By the way, the artist, I don't know if anybody who's watching this even knows, but Logic. Yes, I am a huge Logic fan. Like, I am so in love with this dude. That was my appointment today with my scans. Just as anxious as I thought I was gonna be. But within the next 2 weeks, we will see how everything goes. Hopefully everything goes smoothly, and I get news that will, calm me down a little bit more. Hopefully. But yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking around my channel. And thank you if you guys could like my video and subscribe. I promise you I will have more exciting videos to come. I'm just working really hard on these, and I want these to be the best, and I want to interpretate my whole experience in the best and cleanest way that I can. So there's that, and thank you guys again for watching. Bye.